Morning and hello everybody. I am restarting MSL now, hopefully without cat interruptions because the cat's been interruptus momentous today. I am recording this initial bit for MSL because I'm going to talk about their upcoming large developer patch and their developers notes that they put out. That's assuming MSL actually starts up. I did tell it to start. Normally it doesn't take this long to actually decide it's going to start, so it looks like I get to close the task and restart it, or try to figure out what the hell's going on with, oh, there it goes. I guess my Steam patch was dragging it really slow or something, I don't know. Steam is running some updates, and maybe it's just running slower because of that. Do see that Steam has on sale No Man's Sky, which I thought about getting originally, but I'm just going to add it to my wish list while I wait for this to load. Oh, and MSL gave me a small apology for accidentally calling me Aiden the other day. I wrote them back and asked them another question, then asked them why they call me Aiden, and they're like, oh, oops, our bad. So they actually did apologize for calling me by the wrong name. All right, so a lot of developer notes to unpack to talk about things going on here under the developer notes. So, based on this picture right here, it looks like the dark contract is going to be the same as the other contracts, just offering up the dark unit. So unlike what my hope was, I talked about the other day during my Twitch broadcast, where I was hoping it would be some units that haven't been involved in any contracts yet. For example, a dark Garuda perhaps, or a dark Persephone perhaps, which actually dark Persephone would go very well with the new Persephone outfit coming out. So it makes, actually it's a really cool looking outfit. We'll get to see that in a minute. Or some of the other, like a dark Indra would have been nice, but I don't think they're going to do that now. So, some stuff that they've pushed back, some stuff they haven't. And I think they did mistake, because I've even read on the board, the Facebook board, about some of this. It looks like they made a mistake with what people were really wanting. So they've concluded lower mid-star starstones had less chance to collect, while high starstones were comparatively easier to collect through fusion missions and so on. For example, mid-soul stones required both 4-star, 5-star, and 6-star ascension are required, so it always felt like not enough. Steve's volunteered to help you out. She successfully figured out a way to decompose higher grade starstones into several lower grade ones. She had a 100% chance to break it into the lower grade ones. But, and I totally understand the people on the Facebook comments about this in particular, people wanted to do the elemental types into the lower stones, and I've run into that issue so many times where I end up with far more mid elemental types gems, or I totally run out of low elemental gems and have all these highs and mids, and I can't make anything because I ran out of the lows. So that needs to be extended across to the actual coloring. Also, I'm not sure what this is supposed to be. I'm assuming she's supposed to be jumping up for joy, but it just looks like she just let loose a giant fart. Just like literally a giant poopy fart just went out and blew her into the air, which could have happened. All right, more stuff. Tower Chaos rework. So they're adding the highest floor of the tower will now be 100. They are going to work on the auto battle features at the next floor, so I've personally complained to them about this, so I'm glad that they're addressing it. Right now, if you click on proceed, it doesn't just keep going until it fails. You have to click on proceed each and every floor to go to the next floor, and it's really annoying. And so they've implemented it. It'll stop if you don't have enough energy or are defeated, which is perfect, exactly what I wanted them to do. So I'm really glad to see that they're putting that in there, because I specifically messaged them about putting that in. Progress will be reset along with the expansion, which means you can collect the rewards twice if you reach the top before the update. When the hell is the update going to be? Is it going to be Tuesdays like normal, or are they going to put it in sooner? Do I need to do my runs before the free climb day on Saturday? Are they going to put it in place on Saturday? What day? We want to know. New 5-star Astromon called Hades. And apparently this Hades name could change because that's temporary. He'll have a new set of skills. They're going to be called a curse skill, which that's going to be a temporary. They might change that name as well as a curse blast, also potentially temporary. Details will be available in-game after the update. So they're holding that close to their chest right now. They're going to be adding 3-star skill books for Yeti and Sura. So Sura will probably start being seen even more in PvP. Lastly, okay, this is a big deal. The sap skill is being reworked. Resist down effect will be added to the original damage. So when you sap something, it's going to drop their resistance. So it's going to have to apply basically a resistance down debuff on them. How much is that resistance down going to be? And will it stack with multiple saps? I don't know. They don't say that. It could be really, really powerful, especially because that will make it a lot easier to clear some bosses. Perhaps we'll have to see how this ends up playing out. Also, it might make the Matchstick Girl even more powerful because she does more damage the more debuffs something has on it. So if you stack something with a whole crap ton of debuffs and you have her light it up, that could be pretty damn cool. Do our best to provide much more enjoyable gaming environment, continuous balance changes, and new skill sets. New Christmas costume. This is where I mentioned the Persephone costume. Persephone's dressing up as Santa for Christmas. Will she give us a present? Let's look at her. So this actually looks really cool. They actually, well, she's putting, I guess, her best assets forward. I like the look of this. This is for me going to be a must get. Through an event. So they're going to have some sort of Christmas event running for this outfit, which will be awesome. They're still working on crashing and freezing. Working on optimization, working on memory usage and loading. Consecutive gem upgrades. So they're going to have it actually auto default to the last number for consecutive runs that you put in it, so you don't have to keep telling it to go more than 10. They've delayed off the new continents until January. But I knew it was coming, but it'll just be next month. And actually, having a more stable game is probably more important than adding new contracts, right, or new continents in right away. And then the Dark Contract will be added in January as well. So next month, new continents, Dark Contract, both can be added. So big deal. If you've got any thoughts about this, give a shout out. I'm going to toss this on YouTube, give comments there, mention what you think. We'll see how it goes from there. All right, and I'm going to break the YouTube recording now and head just into my normal game.